Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is the 31st of March, the last day of March here in 2022. This week, Biden made news by dropping a proposal as a part of his 2023 budget, something called the Billionaire Tax. The Billionaire Tax. Now, it actually is not quite a billionaire tax. It is going to target families, the 20,000 families that are worth more than $100 million. So there's 20,000 families in this country that are worth more than 100 million, which is 0.01% of the population. So here is Biden in his own words.
Right now, billionaires pay an average rate of 8% on their total income. 8%, that's the average they pay.
8% right now that billionaires pay on their taxes.
Now, I'm a capitalist, but if you can make $1 billion, great. Just pay your fair share. Pay a little bit. A firefighter and a teacher pay more than double the tax rate that a billionaire pays. That's not right. That's not fair.
It says it right there. It is not fair. It is not right. What is your tax rate? We are coming up upon tax season. We have to turn in our federal income tax forms, get them in on time in the middle of April, right? So is your tax rate 8%? Is it more than that? Most likely it is. Most likely it is. Now, how is this going to work? How is this going to work exactly? Well, we are going to hear from our friend Katie Porter. Katie Porter, who is the representative from the state of California. And she breaks it down.
Of California. She's a member of the House Oversight Committee and the deputy chair of the House Progressive Caucus. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, Congresswoman Porter. How will this tax work since it's aimed at wealth as opposed to income?
So the basic idea here is that billionaires earn income that escapes the ordinary tax system. For most of us, a dollar we earn is a dollar that we put on our tax returns. But for the ultra wealthy, when they earn an extra dollar, it's a dollar that they're able to defer taxation on and set aside, often for decades or generations, and avoid taxation. So what this really does is just accelerate those taxes so that they're paid evenly as they are earned, which is exactly what happens to the rest of us.
But so this taxes gains, for example, gains earned in the stock market. We see reports all the time that people like Elon Musk, his wealth just increased by, a few $1 billion here, a few $1 billion there. But that's just happening on paper. That wealth could also go down if the stock goes down. So the wealth hasn't been realized. It hasn't been collected by selling the stock. So how do you get at what you're trying to tax here?
So you would simply look at what is their total realized income, the sort of normal income that the rest of us have. Then you look at what is their unrealized income. So what is the value of the stocks and bonds and liquid investments that they hold at tax time? And to be clear, those amounts.
There it is. So we would tax unrealized income from the value of their stock. So not only their income, not only the salaries that they get, but also the value of their stocks. Is this fair? Is this fair? Right now, the 400 richest families pay an effective tax rate less than most lower and middle class families. So, for example, Elon Musk, I believe, gets a salary of $80,000 a year, a middle class salary, and he gets taxed on that. But of course, he's the richest man in the world. His income is not from his salary. It may be 0. Or 0.001% of what he makes. I think in the time that I turned this video on, in 5 minutes, he's probably gained another $1 billion. So I believe this is right. This is good. Now, the argument against one of the arguments against this is that around 57% of Americans pay no federal income tax. But of course, this doesn't mean that they are not taxed. If you look at your pay stub, this is not rocket science. If we look at our pay stub, we will see what is taken out for taxes. But what this is going to get at is this unrealized income that even if you don't withdraw it from your investments, that is going to still be taxed. Now, is that fair? Well, this is the reason why it is fair, because that unrealized income, the value of their stocks, the value of their assets, allows them to tap into loans and financial institutions and instruments that provide them with income in other ways. Why do wealthy people take out these loans? Well, a big reason is to avoid paying taxes that they would have to pay if they sold some of their assets. So they take loans out against what they have invested and pay it back directly, avoiding taxes. Now, Elon Musk has tweeted out, "Oh, eventually they will come after your money, Mr. and Mrs. Middle Income. And it will allow Congress in the future to maybe tax 401k and college funds." But I find this disingenuous. It is disingenuous. Do we really have to stomach another ultra-rich person lecturing middle class and lower class people as to what they should believe and what they should think? If it gets to that point when we cannot support it, we cannot pass it, even this probably will not pass Congress. Are you for this or against this? Do you believe that this will get past Congress? Do you believe that this will be tinkered and toyed with? Let me know. Leave your comments in the box below in Facebook, and please like and subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll see you soon, everyone.